I'm Bill Asher. I'm a corporate and securities partner at Choate and a member of our life sciences team.
I'm Brenda Jarrell, intellectual property partner here at Choate, also a member of the life sciences team.
And I'm Gerald Quirk, a technology transactions and corporate lawyer here at Choate, and the three of us together chair the life sciences practice together. Personalized medicine is one of the hottest topics in the life sciences industry right now, and deservedly so. It really enables companies to have more focused clinical trials that can be done more quickly and less expensively. Being able to focus on a smaller number of patients who can truly benefit will enable premium pricing for pharmaceutical products. And frankly, it lowers costs to the system.
Despite the promise of personalized medicine, there are a number of issues that confront the industry in order to realize on this promise. One is in the IP area, what is protectable? And secondly, what are the business models that can best take advantage of this revolution?
I think that IP is uniquely important in this area because there's this idea that if you have personalized medicine, you're going to have a smaller patient population, fewer side effects, therefore hopefully less expensive trials, but fewer patients to buy your drug. And so you need to be able to do premium pricing. You need the protection of intellectual property in order to ensure that these technologies add value. And we've recently had a couple of court decisions that have scared people about the availability of protection for these kinds of inventions. Two big names that people may have heard are Myriad and Prometheus, where there's a question fundamentally of whether you're going to be able to protect the technologies around identifying you as a patient who will respond and you as a patient who won't respond to my therapy. That was thought to be the center of personalized medicine. It's not clear that that's protectable anymore, with potentially huge ramifications on the structure of the industry.
With all of that said, there's still deals to be done. Frankly, biomarkers are still patentable outside the United States in some very large pharmaceutical markets. And there still may be patentable subject matter for which life sciences companies may want to obtain exclusive rights.
There have been conflicting decisions in some ways. I mean, there are decisions around the actual diagnostic testing that are a little bit of concern. On the other hand, there are decisions around some of the reagents and tools that are involved in that are supporting of those. So, and furthermore, as you say, it's an international market. It's a big world, and many of the companies that you'll want to be doing deals with and so on are international.
Absolutely. I mean, in some respects, now's a perfect time to consolidate these technologies because the uncertainty in the U.S. courts creates a buyer's market for these, and certainly financial terms in these transactions can be structured in a way so that substantial return for the licensed intellectual property would be tied to the ability to enforce those claims in any event and in whatever jurisdiction.
And another thing that I think is really exciting these days is some of the larger companies that have relied on these big blockbuster drugs are realizing they need to be more nimble. They need to find more ways. So they're looking for little companies.
Well, one of the interesting implications of these trends is that it really has made a change in the whole life sciences ecosystem. I mean, in particular, there are new opportunities for younger, earlier stage companies to get into business, to get funding, to be much more focused on problems that they can solve, and to really perform a service for the larger biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies.
When doing a deal around a therapeutic product, it historically has been you partner with one company, and now one can really think about partnering with a single company for, say, therapeutic rights, but then you can go to a different company and think about the diagnostic rights, and it may not be the same organization. And do you want to partner with a kit manufacturer? Do you want to, with a CLIA certified lab? Are you wanting to do an OEM relationship where you do it under your own label? And sometimes that can be done all under the umbrella of a large, fully integrated company, and sometimes it can't. How do you think about how the venture capital community is viewing biomarkers in terms of making their investment decisions?
Well, I think the venture capital community is looking for new investment opportunities, and as the market changes, they're very much going to be trying to capture the leading edge of the wave. And so I think there are opportunities. The funding models are different because there are multiple sources of funding. There is the classic, venture community that's there for funding, often hard to penetrate for a small company. But there are the commercial, the pharmaceutical companies who have funding. There are disease organizations that are offering funding. There is increased government funding in the form of grants and loans and so forth. And so, it's a challenge for a smaller company to put all these sources of funding together, but the opportunities are there.
And it all kind of comes back full circle in the sense that the ability to do the lean focused clinical trials that come from really understanding your patient population is a way to deploy that more scarce capital in a much more efficient manner.